Hello children, how are you? This is Mrs. Kikani. I'm back again with another story. Are you ready? Find a place, sit down, crisscross your legs, and welcome to Living Room Library. Today I got a book, a story from Japan. This story is a Japanese story. Yes, the story's name is The Magic Purse. So sit down. I'm going to get my glasses. This time I kept my glasses right here. And we are going to read and enjoy The Magic Purse. Look at the picture. Beautiful colors. Long ago, in a small mountain village of Japan, there lived a young farmer. He had money for food or clothing, but each month he saved a few coins, hoping to go with his friends to the Aishi shrine in the spring. He didn't have a whole lot of money, but he did save. But as the months passed, he realized he could never save enough money for the long journey. His friends would have to go without him. See, he didn't have a whole lot of money. At last, one April morning, when the mist still hung low over the fields of rice, the farmer saw his friends start down the winding dirt road, laughing and singing as they left for the Aishi shrine. If only I could go with them, he murmured sadly. Go then, a voice deep inside him urged. Go with them, hurry. Before the quiet, he knew what he was doing. The farmer wrapped some rice cakes in bamboo leaves and hurried down the road after his friends. But no matter how far he walked, he saw no sign of them. They were gone. Finally, he came to a strange road he had never seen before, and believing it to be a shortcut, he hurried on. So he took a road all by himself. Soon dark thunderclouds gathered in the sky, and raging winds and rain tore at his thin straw cape. The farmer realized then that the road had taken him straight to the terrible black swamp, filled with murky waters, quicksand, and slithering snakes. He thought he was in a wrong road. He's all by himself, and it's raining and thunder, and it's dark. Before he could turn back, a strange young girl came toward him. Her hair hung long and black, and her silvery blue kimono is an outfit, a dress, shimmered in the dusky light. Although she walked through the waters of the swamp, she was neither muddy nor wet, and a sad, lonely smile hovered on her lips. Don't be afraid, she called in a thin, weary voice. I know you are a good, kind man, and I have come to ask for your help. But the farmer stammered, backing away. All I ask, the young girl went on, is that you take a letter for me to my mother and father who live in the red swamp near Osaka. The red swamp? The farmer gasped. No one ever comes out of it alive. Besides, he added, I'm on my way to the shrine at Aish, and I must hurry on. Tears gathered in the young girl's eyes. I'm a prisoner of the ruler of this black swamp, she sobbed, and I can never see my parents again. Please, won't you take my letters so they will know I think of them always? The gentle farmer could not refuse. Ah, that is a very sad story, he said. I will do as you ask. As soon as he had taken the long white envelope he held out, the young girl gave him a small red purse that bulged with gold coins. Take this magic purse, she said. Spend as much as you like, but always leave one coin in it. And the next morning the purse will be full once again. Then, in a whispery voice that sounded like the flutter of a bird's wings, she thanked the farmer and disappeared into the swamp as suddenly as she had appeared. So she gave him the letter and a purse with coins. The farmer looked all around but saw only the dark, murky waters of the swamp. From somewhere in the distance, he heard a soft voice calling, Don't forget me, don't forget me, don't forget me. Then it died away like an echo in the stillness. The farmer shivered, yet when he looked up, the clouds were gone and the sun was shining once again. I must have dreamed the whole thing, he muttered, but the bulging red coin purse in his hand was very real indeed. So he did meet the young girl. Still wondering about his strange adventure, he set off slowly toward the red swamp. As he neared Osaka, Osaka is a city, a place, he stopped to ask a fish peddler, this is a fish peddler, how to get to the swamp. The red swamp? The peddler asked, horrified. You are going to the red swamp? Why? You will never come out of it alive. And he hurried off, shaking his head. The farmer next stopped a woodcutter to ask the way, but the woodcutter shuddered and said, Only death awaits you there, young man. I urge you not to go. By now, the farmer was tempted to throw away the letter, but he could not forget the beautiful young girl nor her plaintive cry, and so he trudged on. So he decided to deliver the letter to her parents. At last, he came to the edge of the terrible red swamp and saw giant gnarled trees heavy with streamers of moss. Vapors of steam rose from whirlpools, and giant snakes and crocodiles slithered about in the muddy water. Soon the farmer was surrounded by darkness. He clapped once to announce his arrival and heard the sound echoing into the silence of the swamp. When he clapped a second time, he saw an old man with a long white beard slowly approaching in a small creaky boat. He wasn't scared, and he saw the man coming. Ah, you have brought word from our daughter, the old man said, as though he had been waiting for the farmer. Yes, yes, the farmer said eagerly, handing him the letter. He was anxious to complete his task and be on his way. But the old man said, Please come with me, my friend, and do not be afraid. I know the swamp well and promise no harm will come to you. The farmer was afraid to go with the old man and told him he must hurry to the shrine at Ish to meet his friends. Still the old man stretched out his hand, begging the farmer to come for just a few moments. Seeing the kindness in the old man's face, the farmer finally stepped into the boat. But the moment he did, he could scarcely keep his eyes open and he soon fell sound asleep. He got so tired, he slept. When he woke, he found himself in a beautiful golden room, and seated before him were the old man and his wife. "You have made us so happy," they said. "We can never thank you enough for your kind deed." Then the old woman brought out one golden tray after another, each laden with such delicacies as the farmer had never seen before. Delicious food. There were lobsters and sea bream and fish rolls and quail eggs. There were fried bumblebees and turtle chowder and squid and black mushroom and the berries. The farmer ate until he could eat no more. So much food, delicious food. Then he fell asleep on the thick silken quilts the old woman laid out for him. When he awoke the next morning, he found another golden tray beside his pillow. This one was overflowing with coins of gold. "They are all for you," the old man and the old woman said, "to thank you for your kind and gentle heart." The farmer thanked them for their gift and climbed once more into the old man's boat. He blinked for an instant and immediately found himself again at the edge of the swamp. "Goodbye, old man," the farmer said, bowing. "I shall never forget you." When he looked up, the old man had disappeared. Again, it all seemed like a dream, but the gold coins he had received were just as real as his magic purse. The farmer ran out into the spring sunshine shouting, "I have been in the terrible red swamp and I am alive and well." So he was happy, nothing bad happened to him. He could now travel to east in a sedan chair. And although he had missed his friends, he thanked the gods at the shrine for his great good fortune. When he returned to his village, his friends gathered around to hear of his strange adventures in the swamps. Only a man with a kind heart would have delivered the letter, they said, and only a man of courage would have ventured alone into the red swamp. Surely you deserve all the riches that have come your way. And they all rejoiced with him. Everybody was happy because they knew the old man was kind and courageous. The farmer now built a new house and bought cows and horses and chickens and pigs. He hired many of the villagers to work for him and always helped anyone in need. But he never ran out of money, for he always left one coin in his purse. And the next morning, the purse was full once again. The farmer thought often of the beautiful young girl in the swamp, and each year, when the cherry trees blossomed like white clouds along the riverbank, he took a tray of rice cakes and wine to the black swamp and let it float away on the water. And on the next day, the tray drifted back to him with a tiny flower on a shiny green leaf on it, and he knew the young girl had received her gift. So every year he will send some gift for her in a tray, and the tray will come back with a flower and a leaf. She never appeared to the farmer again, but even after many years, he could hear her gentle voice calling, "Don't forget me, don't forget me." And for all the remaining days of his life, he never forget her. He was very thankful. So that's our story. You see, this farmer, He was a brave man and he was a very kind man. He helped people. And when you're helping others, you find happiness, you find joy. And when you give joy to others, you receive joy. And that girl and her mom and dad were so thankful. They gave him presents too. But the farmer, he gave kindness to other people. He made a nice home, got cows and horses, but he was kind to other people all his life. Being kind and being generous is important. It helps us bring happiness. You feel good when you do something good for others. So that's this Japanese story about being good, being brave and strong, and not be afraid of anything. That's the story. I hope you liked it. I'll be back again with another story. Till then, you be safe and happy and be kind. I love you.